Welcome, gorgeous people, and welcome to Ancient Wisdom Oracle. So, today we thought to do a different kind of video, and we are going to talk about lost soul connection, lost love reading. So, I have three options here, and in this reading, I'm going to tell you all what you need to know about this lost love. So, we have number one, this beautiful Victorian pearl. And of course, each option has its messages. This elephant ring and this crystal. Take a moment, take a deep breath, think about your lost love, and while you're doing this, I want to thank you for being here, and also I want to thank you for your support, for your appreciation, and I'm really glad that my messages and our messages are well received into this world. I'm going to tell you now that I'm channeling the wisdom of the ancient beings that are hidden in different worlds that nobody knows of. Some people knows about them, but not all of us. And the best way to communicate with us is through telepathy and also channeling. So if you do not resonate with this option, think of them as Greek gods, or the gods of Egypt, like Isis, Ra, and so on. They helped us build our empire, and they will help us to wake up from this dream that we're all caught up and caught in. So if you want to support our channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment in the section below what do you think about this reading. And also if you want to take a look at the wish list I put you below, it's optional of course, but it would mean a lot if you would even consider to send me a tarot deck. And of course I will use them in the next videos. So this being said, I'll leave you enjoy your reading. Have a wonderful day and be blessed, beautiful people. Hello there, beautiful angel, and welcome to your prediction. This is your number one pile, and this here is telling us all the things have a purpose, especially in your life. So this happened for a reason. It wasn't because it didn't have to happen. I feel that you had to learn some sort of a lesson. But to start this reading with, let's see why the separation had to occur. I'm going to use part of Archangel Oracle, and we're going to see why. I hope the music in the background is not too loud, and I hope you'll be able to hear me. So let's see why this separation had to occur. And we have the Emperor. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Alright. So this thing happened because maybe you were not mature enough for this connection. You had to understand some things before tapping into this connection. Page of Michael. See? An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. In a classic tarot, this Page of Michael, meaning Page of Swords, is talking about a childish energy. That kind of an energy that is rushing in and is not thinking about the consequences. So this is why I'm telling you it is a childish energy. right? And the childish energy needed to be cured. This childish energy needed to evolve, needed to stop rushing in, and needed to stay and think about what is going to happen. So one of the reasons why you were not able to fully commit to this past life connection, I could say, is because you were not mature enough to understand it. Yeah, and I'm talking about you, both of you. This is not a one-sided thing. You had to take a break from your person in order to understand it in a better way. Okay. And let's get one last card to see. Trio of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate: a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships and children. So you needed to take a break from one another. You had to go on with your life, to continue to live and mind your own business. But I get a feeling that you were not able to do this in the first period of time. You had this person constantly in your head. And I'm saying this because of this lady that is here and is thinking about something. So this lady is with her friends, right? Everything is good. The weather is just great, they are near water, they're smiling and having fun. But this one particular mermaid is not able to be in the present moment. I feel that it really affected you. Maybe it was all of a sudden, maybe you didn't even know why this happened. And that's okay. So let's see what exactly happened. I'm going to extract 2 more cards to see the exact image of how this separation happened. We have decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So some of you, one of you, made the decision to leave. Made the decision that it was best to detach from this connection. One of you perceives this connection as dangerous, as a burden. It could be you, it could be your person, it doesn't matter. The point is, it was too intense for them. But I feel it was them. So let's follow this narrative. It was them who decided to stop talking to you, to move on, because they had some other things to do. They had these activities, maybe volunteering, maybe something else. I feel they had a really active social life. And just as this young man, they had a lot of initiative and a lot of projects in their mind. So even though you didn't see that, they have the emperor energy because they know what they want. So this tells me they went after what they wanted. They wanted to pursue their dream. This is why they left. And this connection was a burden because maybe it was distracting them. Let's take one more card and see how specifically happened, why, and how. Yes, so they just disappeared. We have 3 of Wands. Prosperity rising from wise planning. Time to take a new step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So that's the story. They left you for their dream, for their career, for money. They wanted to succeed, they wanted to be famous, they wanted to be wealthy. And this particular connection was just blocking them. See? This card is telling us that he felt or she felt that this was a really big burden. Look, release yourself from that which holds you back and need to detox. Alright, so I'm not going to dive deeper into this. Now we know why this happened and how this happened. Let's see how the things evolved. And I'm going to extract 10 cards so that we can see exactly and specifically what happened. And I'm going to use Witch Tarot. This is my basic, my trustworthy friend. Alright, so what happened during this soul separation journey? 8 of Wands. King of Wands. So I really feel a lot of passion and a fiery energy, right? Karma. Three of Swords. Oh. 5 of Wands. A lot of fire. Alright. I hope you can see them. And 5 more cards. Okay, this one fell. Two of Swords. King of Pentacles. The Tower. So without even looking at them, I already feel that something changed. A new perspective, a new energy. The High Priest, see? And the Moon. Alright, you guys, so what happened during this long journey? Or maybe a short journey? Maybe you barely get rid of them. Let's say that. And you are at the beginning of this journey. It doesn't matter. This is how it will evolve, or this is how it already evolved. Let's start with this card. 8 of Wands. Movement. So everything was good. They left you behind. And they tapped into this King of Wands energy. This King of Wands is a manipulative individual. He's a king indeed, but he knows how to obtain what he wants by any means. So we have the fire energy, a direct energy, a very physical and I could say decisive energy. So they walked on the path of success. They tapped into this King of Wands energy. They kind of did you dirty. They left you without maybe an explanation or a stupid excuse. But they didn't actually care that much back then. So karma did his number on them. Why? Because we have this Three of Swords. We have a broken heart. Why? Because maybe they thought that by doing this, they'll be happy, they'll obtain what they wanted, they'll feel fulfilled. But it didn't happen. Why? Because they did you dirty. And I feel that not only you, maybe there was more people that they did dirty back then. People like you who wanted to be in this connection. Or they maybe just wanted to be by their side. And this happened again because they broke the law. And karma had something to say about it. See? Five of Wands. So this energy in particular is not a very soothing energy. This card means fighting. This card means problems, arguing. Okay, so they realized this is a disappointment. They started to sink. This whole chasing of their dreams went really bad, and they refused to see the reality. They panicked. They just trapped themselves. They did not allow themselves to feel, because if they felt something, the only thing they would have felt would have been heartbroken, and a really big heartbreak, because they were wrong and they had to admit that they were wrong, and they couldn't do that. So they wore this blindfold and they kept going. See? This knight with this weird mask, I think it's a chamlet or something. So this fancy armor is just to protect themselves. So this person wore a mask. I think this person realized this whole big and fancy dream was not actually his or her dream. So in that moment, this happened. Their ego just maybe disappeared or maybe suffered. But the Tower is talking about leaving our ego behind and realizing our own mistakes. So this person had to admit that they were wrong. Their path was not like they wanted. That's interesting. Let's see what exactly happened. What made them realize this? What particular event? Four of Wands. So maybe somebody else, maybe a group of people. They maybe stole their work, or they fooled them, just as they fooled you. So again, karma. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Karma had a word to say. This card is talking about asking and seeking for advice, tapping into your powerful higher self. So they gave up. They admit that they were wrong, and that this is not going to help them. That they will need to change their perspective. They'll need to stop, take a look, and analyze what they did wrong during this whole journey. So now they are trying to tap into their subconscious power. See, the moon is talking about subconscious. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas. And this really tells me it was a big thing. I think this was their lesson. They are now lost, because besides realizing that they were wrong, they really had to start all over again and change everything. Alright, so it seems that this person of yours was not that happy. And this is all what you needed to know about them. So, alright. Now let's see what is going to happen. Alright, so 2 cards fell on the floor. And I mean generally, self-sabotage, courage upside down, procrastination upside down, alright, and one more card, patience. Alright, so from what I'm getting, they are lost, they are hurt, they are not in their most successful dream, you know. Now, or I don't know, this is their period when they realize that they did wrong and that they hurt a lot of people, including you, I feel. They need to admit that they were wrong, and you know, their ego is not going to allow it. For some of you. For the other part of you, I feel that they are really regretting how they behaved in the past. And because of that, their success is being sabotaged by themselves. They are self-sabotaging themselves. So if you're thinking and wondering, are they going to come back? Well, they are too afraid and they are too ashamed. So I'm going to pull some other cards and see individually each one what is going to represent. So let's do this before starting to explain them. Okay, so self-sabotage. What is this all about? Time for celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. To release yourself from burdensome situations. So they can't be in this celebrating energy. You know that feeling when you lived your life and you lied to yourself and you thought it was the best, but it turned out it didn't? Yeah, this realization is pretty hard. And this is exactly what happens to them. Maybe they're successful, yes, I didn't say otherwise, but they can't be happy about it. I mean, maybe they have whatever they wanted to, but they're not happy with it. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So this is interesting. So we have change your life with courage upside down. So as I've been telling you, they feel afraid and they feel ashamed. But at the same time, for some of you, maybe this whole period of being ashamed is over and they're going to start doing things, right? So for some of you, this is just the beginning, but for the other part of you, they're going to start taking action because of this card. Sudden revelation at the first freedom. So it's like their fear of being rejected, their fear of being wrong is gone, and they're going to do the right thing. Maybe that means they'll apologize to you, or maybe, I don't know. But again, it is a good thing. So we have procrastination upside down, and let's see, what does that mean? So we have two groups here, and that's pretty interesting. Ace of Michael. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road or to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So for some of you, this Ace of Michael is talking about a new way to deal with this whole breakup thing, right? So they are going to find a new way to approach their life. They are going to find a new way to deal with the heartbreak and deal with the disappointment. So this is how they'll stop procrastinating what they need to do. They'll stop being in this victim consciousness energy, and they'll start to rebalance themselves. And for the other part of you, I feel that this is the end of their I don't know how to say this. They're not going to be ashamed of you anymore. This is the beginning of them taking action. Anyway, this card is talking about a new beginning. And I also see this card as a change of perspective. So they're going to see this whole thing that happened between you different. In a different manner. So if they wanted to come and to reach out to you and apologize, they're going to do that. And I really feel this. They're going to do that, and this is going to be an unexpected thing. Because of this card. A sudden revelation. So I don't think they're going to think about it. How to do it, how not to do it. It is going to be all of a sudden. And it's going to be a fierce energy. A clear energy. A very powerful and well-intentioned energy. And honestly, I think for some of you it will happen between 1 and 2 months maximum. But for the other part of you, it's going to take a while, 1 or 2 years. Okay, so let's see this patience card. What tells us? 4 of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in love, in how you save or spend money. Sorry, I don't see that. Okay, so yes, this is now going to be pretty fast. So even though we have a fiery energy, we also have the earth energy and patience. So because of this patience card, for some of you, you'll have to wait a little bit longer for your person to do the right thing. And you'll have to take care of yourself. I know you're feeling this connection, you're feeling them, you're thinking about them, but staying there in your zone and waiting for them is not going to help you. So you need to take care of yourself. Because as soon as they'll take care of their own things, they'll come to you. There is no maybe. And for the other part of you, I feel that you shouldn't be afraid, because you are in charge. So when this person is going to come to you, you'll be able to say no or yes. Maybe you'll be resistant, maybe you still feel hurt because of what they've done. But remember, you don't have to forgive them, you don't have to allow them to be back in your life. Okay? So, yeah. Alright, so I don't know why I felt it was pretty short reading, but this is what you needed to know. So I hope it resonated with you, and the general message here is to be patient. And what I felt and what I still feel is that this happened for a reason. So thank you for being here. Please, if this resonated with you, subscribe and like this video. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care, beautiful soul. Bye. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to your reading. This is pile number 2, and as you may have already seen, this is a little message. It says empowerment. Even though it is hard, it is time for you to break the old patterns and heal your wounds. Your twin flame awaits you. Alright, so I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling that maybe this lost love is actually a relative or a person that you really loved and you were really close to, and maybe they died or something like that. But the first message that I'm getting is that it's time to move on. Alright, so let's see why this separation occurred and how. I'm going to use Heal Yourself Oracle cards. I forgot to mention that in the previous reading. I already get a lot of sadness, so yeah. Letting go. So as you have already seen, maybe you have difficulties in letting this person go because they meant too much for you. Oh, courage upside down. Yeah, you don't have the courage to do that. So for some of you, this person that you really loved may have died, and I'm really sorry for that. And for the other part of you, maybe this person really hurt you and left for good. They're not going to come back. This is what I'm feeling. So this is a dead end. I'm sorry for saying this, but this is what I feel. Home. So again, it may be your parent, it may be a relative, it may be a lover, or somebody that made you feel home, somebody that made you feel comfortable. They were your home. So this is why it is such a big loss. So this thing appeared in your life because you needed to start taking care of yourself. So I feel that maybe you were paying too much attention to this person and you forgot that you need to take care of yourself. You forgot that you need to nurture yourself, to respect yourself, to respect your inner woman and your inner man. Yeah, I also get maybe this was your child. Maybe your child just left for college or something like that. I get a lot of scenarios here. So I also feel that you really need to start pursuing your dreams. So this also happened because you need to have a lot of more courage to do what you want, to start doing the things in your own way, to stop being so anxious, to take a leap of faith and dive into your own destiny. Because I feel that you're sitting here in your comfort zone, not doing anything, and maybe you have a lot of plans, right? So every person have plans, every person have desires. You also have plans and desires. So maybe you spent a lot of time taking care of this person. Maybe this person was ill, or I don't know. And you forgot about your own person. Wow. Alright. Now, let's see. How did this happen? So I already said a lot of scenarios here, but... Okay, so you have self-sabotage. For some of you, I feel that this was a husband and wife situation. Maybe you hold them too tight and they were fed off and they really needed to go and to leave you. Take off your mask, sorry. Oh, and another card, okay. And procrastination. So how did this happen? I really feel that you were dominated by this person and you started to lose your personality. You lost yourself, your individuality. This person knew all of you and maybe they wanted something different. For some of you, of course, there are different scenarios. For the other part of you, and again, there are a lot of people in this reading, and this is a collective reading, so yeah. Another thing that I felt is that maybe you were somehow fake with this person. You didn't actually trust them. So when this card is in reverse, it tells me that you didn't take off your mask. Maybe you started to distance yourself from this person all of a sudden. And you did that because you sabotaged yourself. So even though you loved your person, you did this. So maybe it was a conditional kind of love, you know? And I also feel that you were hiding some things from your person. So the general image that I'm getting is that maybe you didn't allow your person to be in your life, to take part of it. You didn't allow your person to get involved with your life. So you procrastinated, telling your person how you feel. You started to distance yourself. Again, this is just for some of you. You started to act cold, you started to have secrets. So it was a really big breakup. Okay. So you actually sabotaged this connection and you acted like you didn't care, but you really did care. And you didn't think that maybe this behavior will distance yourself from them. Alright. So I'm going to use Power of Archangel cards. And I'm going to see how they felt in those moments when you were rejecting them. Or how they felt in general when they were with you. Because I feel that you had a pretty strong bond with them. So it's a different situation here. We have King of Ariel. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Okay, so this was the beginning of your relationship. We have the Empress upside down, and it says, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Epiphany. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So, King of Pentacles is a very responsible and down-to-earth person. This king is taking care of its people. This king is a caring individual. So we have the earth energy. I don't know why I feel to say that maybe we're talking about a Taurus. This really popped out. So your person was a very successful individual during your relationship. But along the way, I feel that they started to feel less and less loved. The Empress is talking about creativity, is talking about love, maternal instincts. And when this is in reverse, it is talking about the fact that yes, your person started to feel neglected. Maybe they felt they lost your love. I don't know. And they started to feel more and more lonely. So this card, Epiphany, is actually the Hermit in the traditional tarot. Evolving on their own. So they needed to find their own path because they realized this was not the way they were meant to be. And for the other part of you, I feel that your person, again, this relative of yours, mother, father, sister, brother, or daughter, or son, had some issues, had some problems. So even though it was everything going just fine, and maybe they were just starting to realize some things, they just found the key to their happiness. It's like they slipped from this reality, so that maybe they had some mental issues, and they started to be more and more alone in their own world, in their own imagination. And you're still wondering why, what happened. And this is what happened. And this is how they felt. I feel that they felt that they are in an imaginary world. They had to cope with something in order to, I don't know, maybe something bad happened in your family, so that they started to create their own story in another dimension. And finally they left or died, I don't know. So take whatever resonates with you. I'm not saying that they are dead or something, but judging by the pain that I felt, maybe it was a death. Alright, so let's see some advices from Spirit in this situation, because I feel that this is a very painful situation for you in particular. And let's see. Dear ancient beings, what do you want to tell to this individual that is watching us? That's beautiful. Be brave and honest. I know this is a hard period. I know, and they know. It is not as easy as you hoped it would be. But have faith and be brave. You still have things to live for. Trust me. The world awaits you. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. So your journey just started. So this was not an ending. It was a new beginning. The fact that you separated from this person, your husband slash wife, or a romantic partner, or your relative, set you free. You're now free to do whatever you want to do. You're free now to do whatever you think of, whatever you thought you were thinking of, sorry. Trust in higher forces. Gods are with you. You're blessed. You can do whatever you want. You have this huge inner knowing. And you already have the potential to do what you need to do. Right? Okay, let's see. 3 more messages. Shade old skin. So this is the opportunity for you to start growing and to stop limiting yourself, to start being a new you. And this new is not going to be a different you. It's going to be the real you. You're going to be your true and authentic self. Connect with your emotions. So maybe because of this hurtful event, you stopped feeling things. Now it's time to reconnect with your heart, to open your heart chakra. Now it's time to feel again. It's time to live again. You need to allow yourself to feel again. Surround yourself with protective energy. You're not protecting yourself by not allowing yourself to feel. You are protecting yourself by starting to take care of yourself, taking care of your needs, and feeling blessed with your emotions. Because your emotions are the angels and God's way to communicate with you. And this is also soul's way to communicate with you. You'll have the chance to find your person. You'll have the chance to start a new life. You have people in your life that love you. And again, if this is about a romantic relationship, this is not over. This is definitely not over. Just take some time, rest, tap into your own power, meditate, do some yoga, spend some time with yourself, and try to open yourself towards you. And by this whole indecision phase will just be over. You'll know what you need to do. Allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to disconnect from this materialistic world, and allow yourself to tap into your heart's chakra. Because I feel that you blocked your heart chakra. And you don't need to take any action now. No, this is just an illusion. The only thing that you need to do is rest. So that this storm warning will pass. And this storm warning will just go away once you've decided that you deserve to start a new life. Once you stopped sabotaging yourself. And once you opened your heart chakra. See? Alright, so I hope this resonated with you. And the only thing that I can think of is to tell you to have faith and to change your perspective, because again, this is not an ending. This is just the beginning of a great life. There are so many things expecting you and waiting for you. And you should expect of beautiful things. Alright, so thank you for being here, and I hope it resonated with you. If it resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Comment in the section below how was this reading for you in particular, and we'll see you in the next video. So be blessed and take care. Hello beautiful people, and welcome to your option. So this is the third option, and we also have a little message here. See? So I'm going to read it. On this side is fear of being hurt, hidden feelings. So I'm really picking up on what is this all about. Don't give up hope that things are not as they seem. For some of you, I feel that maybe this love connection ended because one of you was afraid of it. And I'm feeling that this time, in this particular reading, it was you. Maybe you did something and this particular something affected them. So your message says don't give up hope that things are not as they seem. And we have 3 little hearts. So, okay, let's see. What do we need to know about this lost love? I'm going to use Mermaid Tarot. And in my readings, I'm not using all of my decks. I'm using the most essential ones. Anyways, let's start with what happened in this connection. Why this separation appeared in the first place. We have Page of Cups. This is one of my favorite decks and one of my newest, so I'm still learning it. This is why I avoided to use this. 6 of Cups. Alright. The Sun. The Hanged Man. And I'm going to pull one more card. 10 of Wands. Okay. So I'm feeling the same childish energy, but this Page of Cups is talking about psychic powers. It's talking about the flow of emotions. It's talking about purity. So one of you was too pure for this connection. You know, sometimes these kind of connections that are ending in a long soul separation may be twin flame relationships or those kind of connections that are affecting you. So I get a feeling that maybe you or them did not want to hurt the other one. So maybe your person, maybe you, one of you is older than the other. One of you is less innocent than the other. One of you has more life experience than the other. Right? So this separation occurred because they did not want to hurt you in the first place. I'm also getting that maybe this is an acquaintance from your childhood, a childhood friendship, or someone from your past anyway. But if they left, I feel that they didn't do it because they liked to do it. Or if you left, again. So I'm getting different scenarios and I'm going to tell you more details about each one. So if you left, the first thing that you need to know is that they're not mad at you. And maybe they did not understood, not even in the present moment why you did it. But your intentions and your intention was not to hurt them in the first place. The Sun, that's a beautiful card. Maybe you realized along your journey that this was a mistake. So yeah, you wanted to let them grow, to mind their own business, to mind their own, let's say, childhood. But I think this person with whom you have this lost love connection was mature enough, and because of his or her purity, this person was clearly not going to suffer. So you were the only one that thought that, maybe because of this whole life experience you had. The Hangman. So in this particular deck, this Hangman is stuck. He's in a self-reflection mode and he's thinking. He's stuck, and the only thing that he can do is to think and realize what he's done. Right, so I think that this person was your little light. This pure, childish energy kept you grounded and really helped you to see the life different. So, if you left, I feel this was more of a lesson for you. The first thing that you need to see is that life is not as tough as you might think it is. Yes, you've been through a lot, I get it. But think about this pure child. Yes, this child doesn't have the same life experience as you do. But not the life experience is important here. Your mindset, your energy, your heart's energy is important on your journey. So if you have the perception of a very hard life, then this is what you're getting. I feel that you needed to learn from this child. You underestimated this child. Look at how happy he is. And this is this goldfish that is making all his wish come true. So this child has everything he wants because he believes in magic. And you're this adult that is caught up with this work and these materialistic things. And you forgot how it's like to be in these magic realms. You really forgot how to enjoy your life. It doesn't matter that it is in a childish mode. If this brings you happiness, does it matter? So, if you left, it was a lesson for you. If they left, I feel that this childhood's energy, this childish energy, belongs to you. Maybe you left because you wanted to spend some time with your friends. You wanted to have fun, right? And I feel that you really had a lot of fun. But you grew up. Maybe you lost some of your friends. Life changed for you. And you became this grown up. And now you're reminding yourself of the old times with this person. Maybe this person was your twin flame. Maybe it was your soulmate. He or she, sorry. It is not an object, for God's sake. Yeah. And you really regret what you did. And the only thing that you're doing in order to keep your mind busy is to work. Or not necessarily to keep your mind busy. But we can see that this mermaid is not really happy. Alright, so let's see, how did this happen? Did you ghosted them? Did they ghosted them? Did you make up an excuse? Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel that it was a pretty straightforward energy. That's interesting. So for this scenario where they left you, they told you. They told you because, again, they were the mature one, they were the experienced one. They were not fooling around, they didn't want to cause you any kind of pain. But I feel that you understood it pretty well. Because again, maybe you were in this childhood mode, in this childish mode, and you've always been so pure and now you have everything you wanted. The moon. It also happened because they were guided to do that. So, changing the scenario, if you left them, maybe you wrote a note to them. I feel that you didn't have the courage to face them directly, so you told them in an indirect way. And now in the present moment, you're really wondering, was this a good choice? So you start to realize that this is not the way things should be. And maybe that younger person, and it is not necessarily a younger person like a child or anything else. It's just about the overall energy. So maybe this younger person, this pure person, had some things to tell you, to teach you, and now you're realizing that maybe it was wrong. Okay, so I'll try to stick on just one scenario, and death. How did that happen? Well, I feel that this was a big change. So they maybe left, they started to work in another place. See? And if you left, well, it's basically the same thing. You will reborn, and you will be reborn, because I feel like this person is going to come back into your life. And let's stick to this scenario, because don't give up hope that things are not as they seem. So yes, maybe you do regret leaving them. And yes, they also regret leaving you. But if they are the one that left you, I don't feel they're going to come back pretty soon, because they're too caught up in this whole perception. If you left them, they have nothing against you. They love you. So they're going to come back in your town, or I don't know. Alright, so let's see what has changed during this period. What's new? What's the deal here? We have broken heart. Okay. So yes, maybe you were broken-hearted when you realized that this was not the way it should have been. Anxiety. And you're worrying too much that they are too affected by this thing. So for the majority of you, I feel that you are the one that left, and for the other part of you, I feel that they were the one who left. So in their case, this anxiety is because, again, they're too caught up with all the things in their life. And they have no idea how to handle this. They're like, they are the child in this situation. So yeah. Again, as I've already told you, I feel that for the majority of you, you are the one who left the world. So you gained a better and higher perspective. You started to see things on a wider range, and that's pretty good. But my advice is stop feeling sorry for what you've done, because again, this person is not mad at you. We have storm warning. So we have a storm warning here, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. We can have storm warning like, a loss or something unfortunate in your life, but I feel that this is going to be a shock. I feel that this storm warning is going to be provoked by your persons coming back, because they're grown up now. I feel that their energy is very soothing and very positive. So because you are still in this state, like materialistic state, you've evolved, yes, but you are more grounded and they are more spiritual. So you'll be really nervous when you see them again. Because again, you're worrying too much, and because you really think that they hate you, when you see them coming with all that love towards you and all that openness, you'll be shocked. So this is your storm warning. Alright. Let's see what are they going to do specifically. Oh, I forgot to mention this is Energy Oracle Tarot. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but sorry if I didn't. So what are they going to do when they'll come back? Eight of Wands. Okay, so this card is talking about movement. It's talking about fiery energy, an explosion, rapid movement. So they know what they want. They'll come straight forward you. Sorry, they'll come right after you. And they'll want to see you. Five of Wands. That's interesting. So maybe you've changed your address because I feel that they're going to work a little bit and they're going to reach some obstacles. The Lovers. In this particular day, the Lovers is talking about loving ourselves, accepting ourselves the way we are. So I feel that this person is going to love the real you, and this whole fight is going to be because of this storm warning, because you'll be shocked, you'll feel guilty, and you'll run away from them and you'll fight them. See, even though they forgive you, even though they want to just talk to you like the old times, you know, and they'll love the real you, you'll just vanish somehow. Okay, so what will be the end of it? Wheel of Fortune. So I get a feeling that this is not going to happen in an appropriate moment. I feel like this is going to happen when it has to be. When it has to happen. So it is going to be a divine timing. And the thing will work out with you and you guys. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. What advice is the spirit? No, what does spirit want to tell you? Our fellows ancient beings. And I'm going to use this deck. Angels and ancestors, wisdom, oracle, something like that. I don't know why, but I forget to introduce my decks in each particular pile, so again I'm sorry for that. Anyway, let's see. Trust your instincts. Alright, so you need to trust your instincts. Oops, with this person. Be the light. Alright, I want more, spirit. Give me more. Track down your fears and desires. So maybe because you'll be afraid, you'll have the tendency to back off from this person. I don't know why, but I feel like you feel threatened by this person. Maybe you'll think they want to kill you or something. I don't know why I said that. But the first advice is to trust your instincts. So maybe you'll be scared because they'll want to talk to you real fast and they'll track you down and you'll feel threatened. But this is not that kind of a thing. Maybe they'll run out of time, you know. So let's get a clarifier for that. I'm going to use the same deck, you know. Again, I love this deck. Its energy is beautiful and it really inspires me. See, Two of Cups. So you need to allow yourself to relax because this is clearly a soulmate relationship. The Lovers and the Two of Cups appeared in this reading. It definitely tells me that you're going to be very close if you're trusting your instincts. This person doesn't want to harm you or make you feel bad in any way. Trust me, this person truly loves you. And this person is legit, like his or her feelings are true. This is so beautiful. You could have a future together. It doesn't matter that maybe you're older or they are older. The thing is, this is a gorgeous connection, a pure connection. Let's see, what about Be the Light? Strength. Alright. So I feel that this is also about your fears. Being powerful doesn't mean to fight or to dominate somebody. Being powerful means to dominate your own fears, and this strength card is talking about this kind of power. Power through kindness. Okay? So you're already like that. And if you're going to let go of your fear, you're going to be the light. So release the fear. Okay? 5 of Wands. See? You need to release this fighting, this running away, because you didn't do anything wrong. And 2 of Wands. This card is talking about expecting something. So the spirits advise you to just stop and analyze the situation. Trust your instincts. Tap into your higher self and feel, is this situation dangerous? Is this person mad? Does this person hate me? And then don't try to fight this person, because they don't want to fight you in the first place. And let's say they'll blame you, they'll have a violent reaction. This is because they're scared too. So spirits advise you to try to avoid responding to fire with fire, because this is about fire and fighting, right? So let's get other messages about this thing. See, release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. See, this is what I've told you. You have literally no reasons to be afraid or to be anxious about this whole thing. 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. 3 of Wands. Movement. And new beginnings. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. See, this is what is going to happen. If you're going to release this unnecessary fear and sadness and blame and this feeling of being ashamed, you're going to move the things into the right direction. You're going to have a new beginning with this person, and I feel that this is going to be that kind of beginning. A true and compassionate beginning, a loving beginning. Because by doing it and leaving your fear behind means that you will be really, really powerful. Powerful through kindness. Yes, so have faith in yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, and trust me, everything will be just fine. So this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If this resonated with you, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and tell me in the comments what do you think about this reading. And we'll see you in the next reading. me and my Asian buddies. So have a great life and good luck with this person. Bye, beautiful soul. Love ya.